Councilmember Gray.
Thank you, Mayor. I just have a question. Do you need more time to get your answer? Okay, I have a question for the Lexington Police Department. Thank you for being willing to answer this question on the mic, on the record. So in my office, I have had a lot of calls regarding dirt bikes and motorcyclists or whomever, four-wheelers, golf carts in our public parks. What is your process? What's LPD's process for, I guess, arrests or citations, or the process for you?
So a couple different variables there, I believe. So if I'm not mistaken, I think city ordinance prohibits motor vehicles from being driven through a park except for on roadways and paths that are intended for that use. So that's one piece. And then you have multiple things here. So I think you had mentioned previously about hours of day as well.
Yes, typically it's at night,
okay,
when the parks are closed.
Right. Yeah, so if the parks are closed at dark, with the exception of Shiloh, I believe, then there's a different issue there as well. So I don't know what response your constituents may be seeing from the police thus far, but it'd be most helpful if they call us when they see it happening, and we come out and address it. But I think sometimes the challenge would be for us that often when we arrive, they're already gone, right? And so it's really difficult for us at that point to handle the situation or handle the problem if they've already left the area. Mm-hmm. I hope that helps in some way. But if let's say we were to find them in violation at that time, then we have city ordinances that we could charge for. Obviously, if it was an adult, juvenile is a little more complicated because it's a different process for how we handle them in terms of their offenses. But then I believe there's also a state statute as well that deals with motor vehicles being driven in parks that we could address that as well. But most of the time we would rely on city ordinance.
And so when residents do see this, is it best to call your non-emergency or your non-emergency number?
Yeah, non-emergency is preferable because there obviously would be other types of calls that would have greater priority, most likely over something going on like that. Now, if it's a danger to life or property, something like that, then obviously call an emergency number and we would be glad to come out more expeditiously, of course. But most of the time, that'd be the non-emergency number. That'd be the best way to get a hold of us or something like that.
And lastly, what is the non-emergency number?
Non-emergency number is 859-258-3600.
Thank you so much.